President, Mr. Imran Bubakar. Where is he? Imran!
Yes.
Come here.
Yes.
Imran has with him as the would like to have with him as the Vice President, Safia Mari Lee, 12th grader. Safia and Imran also have on their list as treasurer Aisha Nora Habili. And they have as secretary Ariana Barameda. And I'll let you guys introduce yourself and tell us why everybody should vote for you.
Alright. So, dear students of AISN, I stand in front of you today as a candidate for the 2024 student elections. Before I start to elaborate my plans for this year, I would like to give you more insight into myself and my team members. I came to AISN in February 2021 as a 5th grader. I am now in 9th grade. When I came, I saw so many people complaining, and sometimes they were complaining about things that were possible, that was possible to change, but there was no student council or person to connect to the director or to the principal. When the first student council was created under Ms. Bijou, I signed up for it and became a member. At last year's election, I presented myself as a secretary, but we lost. When last year's team was at the head of the council, I felt like there was something missing from the team, and understood that it was because their team made decision of their own, but did not let other students have a voice in the student council's affair. I believe we should take past errors and repair what has gone wrong. So today, I make a promise to always let each student have a voice in the student council. My vice president for this year's election will be Sophia Lee, who was the treasurer for last year's team. She's a 12th grader who has experience due to her previous position. My secretary is Ariana Barameda, who was and still is part of the yearbook team. Besides me is Aisha Habili, who is also part of the yearbook team and will be my treasurer for this year. For our year-long plans, I will explain 3 main subjects. There are the funding for the school trip to Europe for the secondary students, the bringing back of DEEP, and the numerous activities we will organize. Last year, Mr. Francois and Mr. Price came up with the idea of bringing our secondary students to Europe to commemorate the 80 years of the end of World War II. I've been very intrigued by this trip, and Mr. Francois and I had talked a lot for the past few months about the organization of this trip. Although the trip is going to be fun and exciting, we need the appropriate funds, and for this we cannot do it with some help from the student council. I made the promise to do everything I can to get the funds that are going to send us to a magnificent trip. 2 years ago, I was in 6th grade where there was an activity called DEEP. DEEP, which signifies drop everything and play. DEEP is basically when secondary students meet up every 2 weeks to play collective games. As for my personal experience, DEEP was so much fun. This activity allowed us students to meet up and know more about each other. At the same time, have a lot of fun. As student council president, I make the vow to bring DEEP back. Bringing joy to our students is one of our priorities, and we cannot fulfill this quest without having numerous activities. Our team will be organizing bake sales, tournaments, and so on. To link this up to the trip, we'll be using a tactic that I came up with. The tactic is like most activities that we organize, we using our funds, will make it possible to get more, profit more than what we spend. I hope my ideas will be enough to convince you and give me your confidence. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Imran. Sounds very promising. I believe it was more dear. Drop everything and read not drop everything and play, but it means a lot. Whatever, if you want to bring a deep, that's fine.